Street Fighter V came out to a rocky start. There were a lack of modes, the story wasn't presented in the most interesting way, and so on. In a strange turn of events, Street Fighter went from being the universally praised series that single-handedly saved the fighting game genre to the series that became universally mocked for offering a bare-bones experience. I don't consider my opinions being the end-all, be-all solution to the franchise's problems, but I do offer a string of helpful suggestions that would improve the state of the series overall. So, without further ado, let's get started. For one, the development team should take their time. I understand, Capcom wants to release a game on a certain date. However, the release date should not jeopardize the development of a game. If a game needs to be delayed, delay it. It will save you the frustration of dealing with angry fans, critics, and bad reviews later. Additionally, make sure the game is finished before releasing it. I shouldn't need to include this fact, but look at what happened to Street Fighter V's release. In comparison to what we have now, Street Fighter V was still in the development stages. Arcade Edition introduced arcade mode, team battle, and extra battle, most of which should have been in the game at launch. The stylish, revamped UI should have been in the game at launch as well. The sentiment may be divisive, but it goes to show you how much effort a team puts into their game when fans and critics show their dissatisfaction as opposed to what could have been done prior. Replayability is an important aspect to fighting games. Despite popular belief, many people enjoy fighting games for the single player aspects as well. In regards to the roster, I feel that the team should aim to include a reasonably sized cast of over 20 characters at launch. Street Fighter V launched with 16 characters, an amount that many, including myself, found underwhelming. The Street Fighter series has a trove of great characters, many of whom have not made an appearance in a mainline title in years. It would be nothing short of beneficial to include fan favorite characters such as Sean Matsuda, Q, Yoon, Yang, and many others. When Street Fighter V was released, some of the character models were not treated with the same care as others. Ken was a prime example of this. People have been making fun of Ken ever since the game came out. With the later character inclusions, the character models were fantastic. I feel like this creates a drift in the quality of the game. In the upcoming entry, I feel that Capcom should take better quality assurance measures in order to present each and every character with the appearance that perfectly represents them. Personally, I feel that a cinematic story mode is unnecessary. For select fighting games, it works. For Street Fighter, it would require a team with extensive knowledge of the lore and character portrayals in order to craft, at the least, a decent one. The cinematic story mode found in Street Fighter V was plagued with issues, from characters behaving out of character to story elements that simply make no sense. If one was done for Street Fighter VI, I would prefer a story that focuses on the main conflict as opposed to the multitude of side plots that would be found within the series. In addition, I would also prefer a story to be portrayed in the arcade mode, feature a prologue, rival cutscene, and an ending that would represent the character stories, promote character interactions, and conclude the character stories in a satisfying way. And when I say ending, I mean ending, not a handful of panels on a single image, no shortcuts, animation or nothing. On the topic of story, DLC characters should not be shoehorned into it. If a new season of DLC is introduced, so should a new story that progresses over time. For example, if the same was done for Street Fighter V, the later seasons of DLC should have focused on the aftermath of Shadaloo with the addition of world building, new rivalries, and so on. Street Fighter V's stories for the DLC characters were extremely dull and failed to embrace the potential of the characters and their significance to the plot. Another area that Capcom dropped the ball in was with the new and unique character costumes that were introduced alongside each character release. Some characters, such as Ryu, had costumes that should have been their default costumes. I want for the Street Fighter series to evolve their characters. Imagine the satisfaction of seeing these characters redesigned appropriately, along with them receiving the proper character development and portrayal. I don't know about you, but I would be swooning over that. For the online mode, I simply have a few requests. For one, bring back the online tournament mode from Super Street Fighter IV Arcade Edition. Give us the ability to spectate matches, a feature that you would think I wouldn't have to mention, but Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Vanilla would prove otherwise. Bring back ranked battle as well as lobby battles for people to invite their friends. Most importantly, make sure the online is functional at launch. The last thing you would want is for your game to have server failures on release day. If you made it all this way, thank you for watching the video. If you liked or disliked what you saw, rate it below and leave me some feedback in the comments. If you like the content on the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon to be notified of new videos. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great day.